Did you know that the 500 wealthiest people in the world lost about $1.4 trillion this year? You see, life isn't a bed of roses even for billionaires. Here's the scoop. And we're going to give you the real deal. Let's give you a hint before heading into the article. Most of these billionaires are from big and powerful tech companies. If you want to know which billionaires lost the most amount of money in 2022, then you're in the right place. Welcome to OptiWise. In this video, we'll be looking at the top 10 billionaires who lost the most money in 2022. We'll also fill you in on the amount of money they lost. Before we begin the countdown, kindly subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications so that we can alert you anytime we drop an interesting new video. Are you done? Good. Now let's go. At number 10, we have Bill Gates of Microsoft, $27.3 billion US. Who would have thought that the powerful and famous Bill Gates would lose a whopping sum of $27.3 billion in a year? Unlike other billionaires in this video who lost their money in the market, Bill Gates lost his money due to a noble cause. Bill Gates is a philanthropist, and he lost his money to charity. Do we hear someone clapping from the back? The proof to back this up is Gates' tweet in July 2022. He said in his tweet, "I plan to give virtually all of my wealth to the foundation. I will move down and eventually off the list of the world's richest people." According to BBC, Bill Gates donated $20 billion US to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation after the tweet. What a great man, and what a great contribution to humanity. Coming in at number 9 is Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers of L'Oreal, $30.7 billion US. Even L'Oreal has its share in this massive loss. Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers is the granddaughter of Eugene Paul Louis Schuller, the founder of L'Oreal. She lost a net loss of $30.7 billion US on her 33% stake in L'Oreal, the world's leading company in beauty and cosmetics. According to investing.com, Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers lost $30.7 billion US due to the October drop in L'Oreal shares. Investing.com added that the long-term COVID-19 lockdowns in China affected L'Oreal's key luxury products division. Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers is a philanthropist and writer. As of March 11, 2022, the 69-year-old is the richest woman in the world with an estimated net worth of $74.8 billion US. At number 8, Mackenzie Scott, $31.7 billion US. Mackenzie Scott is the former wife of the founder and executive chairman of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. After her divorce from Jeff Bezos in 2019, Mackenzie Scott received 25% of Bezos' stake in Amazon. Just like Bill Gates, Scott lost some of her money due to her philanthropic efforts. According to Forbes, in 2019, Scott signed the Giving Pledge, where she promised to donate half of her wealth throughout her lifetime. Amazing stuff, right? Also, according to USA Today, Mackenzie Scott lost $12 billion US to charities. Then what happened to the remaining $19.7 billion US? Well, she lost the most amount of her money due to a dip in Amazon stock. Number 7, Sergey Brin of Google, $38.1 billion US. Sergey Mikhailovich Brin co-founded the most popular search engine, Google, with Larry Page. He's a business magnate, and he was the former president of Alphabet Incorporated, Google's parent company. According to investors.com, Brin lost $38.1 billion US in 2022 as Alphabet Incorporated fell behind in their September quarter profit. This setback happened due to the failure of its digital advertising business to meet its targets. According to Forbes, Brin still has about $79.3 billion US. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Moving on to number 6, Bernard Arnault of LVMH, $38.2 billion US. Surprisingly, the co-founder and chief executive officer of the multinational corporation LVMH didn't escape this list. Bernard Arnault is also on the list of billionaires who lost the most amount of money in 2022. He made this list with a whopping sum of $38.2 billion. According to Entrepreneur, in September 2022, Bernard Arnault lost $4.06 billion due to the effects of hiked interest rates and new inflation data. Reports show that Bernard Arnault will bounce back. According to Reuters, LVMH sales have outperformed the 2021 sales record. This new sales record can be attributed to the increased purchasing power of American consumers. The next input is also from Google. At number 5, we have Larry Page of Google, $39.2 billion. Larry Page suffered the same fate as Sergey Brin. He also lost a great deal of his money due to the September mishap of Alphabet Incorporated stock. Alphabet Incorporated couldn't meet its target and had low YouTube ad revenue that month. All these resulted in the loss of $39.2 billion from Larry Page's net worth. Things may become robust for the company and the two co-founders if the world's most popular search engine's parent company can gain back what they lost in September. Moving on to number 4, we have Jeff Bezos of Amazon, $65.7 billion. Jeff Bezos just raised the bar with a whopping amount of $65.7 billion. How did he lose such a huge amount? Jeff Bezos' net worth has been taking some hits since his divorce from Mackenzie Scott. According to the New York Post, Jeff Bezos' net worth fell by more than $90 billion since July 2021. That was last year. In 2022, the founder of Amazon lost $65.7 billion. On October 27th, Jeff Bezos lost his largest amount of money in one day. He lost $23 billion when his online retail company recorded slower sales for the holiday. Luck was on Bezos' side the next day. On October 28th, stock prices rebounded and reduced his loss to $7.5 billion. As we're about to reach the top 3 people who lost the most money in 2022, let's recap the list. At 10, we have Bill Gates, who lost $27.3 billion due to his philanthropic efforts. At number 9, Françoise Bettencourt-Meyers of L'Oreal lost $30.7 billion. At number 8, we talked about Mackenzie Scott with a $31.7 billion loss. At number 7, we have Sergey Brin, a co-founder of Google, who lost $38.1 billion. At number 6, we have 73-year-old Bernard Arnault of LVMH, who lost $38.2 billion due to inflation rates and hiked interest rates. Another co-founder of Google, Larry Page, who lost $39.2 billion, made number 5. Then, at number 4, there's Jeff Bezos of Amazon, who lost $65.7 billion. Now, let's get to the top 3 people who lost the most amount of money in 2022. At number 3, Elon Musk of Tesla, $66.4 billion. The richest man in the world also made the list. Elon Musk has spent billions this year on so many projects. His latest and most powerful purchase currently is the buyout of the famous social media platform Twitter. The world's richest man was skeptical about the deal. Elon Musk finally bought Twitter for the gigantic amount of $44 billion. The acquisition of Twitter caused the richest person in the world to have a $9 billion drop in net worth. Musk is also facing some challenges keeping the business afloat because Twitter has failed to turn an annual profit in 3 of the last 5 years. According to Forbes, the world's richest man also encountered financial losses earlier this year when the shares of his company Tesla nosedived 8% in May. Coming in at number 2, Changpeng Zhao of Binance, $72.6 billion. Changpeng Zhao, popularly known as CZ on Twitter, is the founder and CEO of the world's largest cryptocurrency platform, Binance. At one point, the Chinese-born Canadian was worth $96 billion. His huge net worth couldn't save him from being the runner-up for billionaire losses this year. According to PBS, CZ raked in accumulated losses of 72.6 billion US dollars due to the sudden cryptocurrency crash that caused digital currencies to lose 2 trillion US dollars in value. The unexpected crash has been attributed to macroeconomic factors, as the US dollar displayed increased strength versus Bitcoin. In September, Binance released an alarming report claiming that the crypto market is crashing hard. At the top of the list, we have Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, 87.3 billion US dollars. The founder of Facebook and CEO of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, is the billionaire who lost the most amount of money in 2022. Mark started losing most of his fortune in September 2021. He dropped out of the list of the 10 richest people in the United States when he lost half of his net worth in 2021. 2022 wasn't different for the 38-year-old billionaire. Mark lost most of his money due to the declining shares of Meta. According to Forbes, Meta shares dropped by 57%. This massive dip has been primarily linked to the losses in advertising revenue due to changes in the privacy policy by Apple. The intense competition from TikTok also contributed to the spectacular crash of Meta shares. Another contributing factor to Mark Zuckerberg's heavy losses is Meta's heavy investment in the metaverse. With our journey back from the metaverse, we've come to the end of this video. Who do you think will bounce back faster from these massive losses? Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook or Changpeng Zhao of Binance? Let us know your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, kindly click the like button and subscribe to OptiWise for more exciting videos.